Okay. Okay, I'm on OBS and I'm ready to hit start streaming, and then we'll do a count of three to do the music.
Whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm gonna start streaming now. And 1, 2, 3. Motherfucker, it was set way ahead.
Allow me to do mine. So I'm JD Jack. This is Flipside, a podcast available right now. We're streaming live, and you can get on the conversation. Thanks for joining us. As it's a super cast, if you want to call it that. I'm looking alongside Eli from WTF.
Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, my music just ended. Right as you had a momentary break there. That was an interesting first attempt.
Yeah, it's working so far. So,
Anyways, yes, I am Elijah of WTFATTA, and for those that are just joining in on my podcast, you probably didn't hear what JD was saying, but this is JD, the Media Jack. For those of you who don't know, he is the Media Jack. You can find him on Twitter at the Media Jack.
you can find
And-
Eli on WTFATTA.
Mm.
You're going to introduce me, I'm going to introduce you.
I'm starting to get better with introducing people. Okay, I am horrible at doing that.
Yeah.
Introductions at hey, this is my fiance. Meet my parents.
She's got a name, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the best introduction I've ever given. Right there. Just, hey, fiance, meet parents.
Oh, someone can't hear me talking for some reason. That's not a good thing. Can't hear talking. Why is
From
that?
on your end.
We shot everything, and I actually have everything showing up on my meters, and you can hear me.
I can hear you, yep.
Yeah.
Error 27 strikes again.
But if you
It's-
can
it's-
hear me, then why is there issues already with the fact that you can't, like, someone can't hear me streaming?
Because Error 27 doesn't like me.
Area 27.
Token expired. Interesting.
I wonder. Wish I had my phone around me. What if
In this day and age, you don't have it attached to your hip? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, we would have you on at some point in time, Mike. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double check YouTube right now, and I'm gonna listen to myself. So bear with me.
Yeah, sure.
I wasn't expecting this, but you know what? It's a part of troubleshooting.
There
Live
we go.
stream.
There we go. And now I've actually got the my chat thing up.
Okay.
For some reason, the token had expired and it wouldn't let me in. Interesting. It was being a rat bastard. Error 27 strikes again, man. It's
You know what?
it's
Maybe-
everywhere.
For some reason, okay, so I just checked the YouTube feed and my voice is coming through. Okay, we'll just move on. It's coming through on YouTube. It's fine. I can hear you. You can hear me. We'll figure out the rest from there. But anyway, so
I'm assuming that the chat that you're in is the Media Jack's chat, correct?
yes,
Okay.
yes. So you can follow me all over social media: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. I did a quick YouTube and Twitch live stream of VR, HTC Vive VR earlier today of the game Gorn. It was a lot of fun, and I almost punched straight through my entertainment center. And there's video.
I've been waiting to hear you were going to do that. You got so close to that chair the other day.
Oh, I know, and I appreciate you helping me out with that. But anyway, this is I'm trying my best to make this a weekly podcast because this used to actually be a weekly radio show, and I want it to once again be a weekly radio show. And of course, Eli, now he lives on the other side of Canada, and we are working together because we have two different podcasts now. I have the Flipside, he has WTF-ATTA. And we talk about damn near anything we want because why the fuck not?
That's the only way to really learn. You can't be afraid to talk about shit. The moment you're afraid to talk about it, that's something you should talk about.
Exactly. Face your fears, damn it.
Yeah, really. Because, I mean, if you don't take that opportunity to really look at something and break it down, you're just completely missing the point. I mean, for instance, the whole Logan Paul, right? I mean, like the Japanese samurai said, one should be able to hear about always be more in accord with their own.
Yes.
So,
yeah, no.
Kind of able to look at him and go, yeah, you really fucked up.
He just doesn't know the term chill.
Yeah, he defines no chill.
Well, there was the big thing about the Suicide Forest vlog, and then he followed that up with what was it recently?
Tasering rats.
Oh, yeah, tasering rats and torturing a koi fish. And then most recently, he put out a ad in his local area of Los Angeles looking for real albino women for a comedy music video.
That fucking kills me.
Oh, I know.
This fucking guy.
He just has no chill. That's just the problem.
Oh my god, that is just. That's beautiful.
What do you do?
Beautiful in its stupidity.
Yes. Well, let's.
Well, okay. I guess what is the opposite of elegance? Right. If it's elegance is beautiful in its simplicity, what is beautiful in its stupidity? Bush. George Bush.
No, that's not a term. That's an example. So Logan Paul is.
It can be both.
You know what? Bush could be beautiful in its stupidity. It's I'm with you on that one. It's a thin line, but I'll walk along with you on that one.
You don't put recreation and waste next to each other.
This is true. And
that just proves that God can't be a woman. Well, maybe women are evil to each other. Holy shit!
Yeah, but they're organized. You piss them off, they get organized in a big hurry. Now, I want to talk about this. Are you familiar with the band Hedley?
Yes.
So Hedley, a pop rock band, originated in Abbotsford of all places, in British Columbia, and I'm a fan of their music. I'm like it's not really my genre, but I'm still a fan of their music because it's catchy, and there's a little bit of hometown pride to it. They actually just came through Prince George a little while ago, which is where I am currently living and broadcasting from, and they put on a great concert. There was a VIP event. Neon Dreams was their opening act, and it was a great concert. News came out earlier in the week, last week, that many sexual allegations had been placed against the members of Hedley, and since then they have been dropped by everyone. They have the ride or die fans, which totally makes sense. There's always going to be ride or die fans. But they've been dropped by CBC. They've been dropped by their touring company. They've been dropped by their management company, and the radio stations across Canada, including the one I work for, stopped playing Hedley. To which, like, for me, I'm like, oh, my heart breaks. Like, oh shit. But it's like none of these sexual assault or sexual allegations have been confirmed, at least not that I've seen, but still it seems like rather horrifying that just a few accusations and it just shuts everything down.
Yeah, due process is out the fucking window at this point.
Yeah, it's guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah. Now, I kind of see it being better in that let's not view the victim as someone just trying to get money right off the hop. If it turns out to be that way, fucking crucify him for taking away from the people who are actually suffering and enduring that kind of shit. And also on that same note, if you find someone doing that shit, crucify them. Fucking spike right up the ass, mount them on the wall.
Who was it? That was... Well, who was the warlord who did that?
Vladimir the Impaler.
That's it. See, I knew you would know. I knew you would know.
The original Dracula.
So I just did a quick look at Hedley right now, and they are still doing their best to honor all of their tour dates, but like quite a few have been canceled. They've also been more than happy to refund anyone who wants their money back for tickets. And recently, as in like within the last 7 hours, they have withdrawn from their appearance and would-be performance from Junos. And they appear to be admitting fault in some of these allegations.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I guess the question is, where do we find some spikes? Because I remember hearing that some of these allegations were for some pretty young girls.
Okay.
So maybe not spikes. Maybe something that's going to take a little bit longer.
Okay,
but something that we can still mount on the wall as like, this is what you need to have done to you.
I'm looking for a reputable news source because I will not click on anything that I do not recognize. Oh, don't play. I don't want to listen to you. Stop it. Okay, good.
And this just in.
From the Vancouver Sun, on their website, there's more trouble for BC pop rock group Hedley, which has already been dropped from performing at the Junos amid allegations of sexual misconduct. On Friday, so 4 days ago, the band's manager, Watchdog Management, and Feldman Agency issued a statement saying, given the multiple allegations against Hedley, they will be terminating their business relationships with the band effective immediately. Neon Dreams, a Halifax-based band that opens for Hedley on its Cageless tour, the one they're on right now, has also dropped out Friday, saying they no longer, in good conscience, continue the tour. Blah, 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 blah. Chorus Radio, other radio stations, including the Jim Pattison Broadcast Group, have suspended all Hedley songs, and I remember, in fact, getting an email about that, and it was quite abrupt. It was, as of this moment on, no more Hedley songs, and it was to a point where I actually had to go back into the radio station during my days off and restructure a show, because I believe within a 6-hour span that I was supposed to be on air, there was 2 Hedley songs. Like, it's when
shit.
Oh, when a radio station, like when something like this happens, a radio station completely bugs out. Completely.
Oh, fuck it down. Holy shit.
Yeah. Now I don't see anything about confirmed, but I did remember reading something somewhere about the fact that they were doing their best to defend themselves. Not necessarily saying that all these allegations are false, but saying that, yeah, a few women were involved, but it was above board. Now, I'm not making any excuses for them at all, but still.
I don't.
Well, what do you do?
That's a tough question, because I mean, justice isn't always justice.
Yeah. And you need hard proof. Like there was hold on, I'm just responding to someone.
It is a tough question, right? Especially like for a victim to come forward, because you said you're going to need hard proof.
Yeah.
Right. And so all that takes then is just someone who's clever enough to get you alone and have it so that no one knows you're there. Right. Going back to the days of with a rock against your window. And then, hey, what's up? DTF.
Yeah.
Except for back in the 80s, would have been done with a fucking boombox. Are you down to fuck?
There was a YouTuber. So you either have to be someone who is clever enough to know that something is up and then have things set up. But there was also a YouTuber out there who was dumb enough to try to convince girls. I just lost your video feed.
Really?
There it is. It's back. Okay. YouTuber busted. Let me see if this works. Arrested for child endangerment twerking. Acapella YouTuber Austin Jones arrested for child porn. This dumbass. Okay, first of all, like Vlad the Impaler, I would gladly give this man his address, okay? But this dumbass had many of his much younger fans send him private videos saying who the video was for, which is Austin Jones, their name, and then twerking, and then admitting their age repeatedly. Like, fucking idiot.
Fuck.
Like, I cannot make this up. Okay, Austin Jones, a musician. Let me read this to you. Austin Jones, a musician and YouTube personality whose original songs and a cappella covers of bands like 21 Pilots and Panic at the Disco earned him hundreds of thousands of subscribers, has been arrested on child pornography charges. Jones, who is 24 years old, was charged with 2 felony counts of production of child pornography, the Chicago Times-Tribune reports. Charges that carry a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years each. Let me get down to the stupid part here. According to criminal complaint, which you can read, blah, blah, Jones is accused of encouraging 2 14-year-old female fans to send him sexually explicit videos. The details are chilling. I'm reading that, okay? Just bite down on something, okay? In one chat last month, Jones told a girl identified as victim A to dance in a sexually suggestive manner and make it clap super loud and talk about your age the whole time. Bush. You fucking eating a Pop-Tart? Oh, God. Like this is a completely new level of stupidity. And fortunately, he was busted because, of course, once anything is on the internet, it stays on the internet. And this has nothing to do with like revenge porn or anything like that. This was criminal from the start to finish. But also, like, it couldn't have been more simple if he had asked like a police officer to hold the camera. This was so stupid. He had girls identify themselves, say that they were his fans, and then admit their age while dancing sexually suggestively. I know. It just utterly brilliant. I'm surprised you never heard about this.
Maybe I did and I blocked it out.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Didn't want you to relive that.
I tell you, just being a dad and knowing what's out there.
How is our future broadcast media queen?
Oh my God!
Because today was Family Day, wasn't it?
It was, and it was her birthday.
Oh, well, that's
nice. She's 3.
Yay!
Yep, had a lot of fun. Had her here with me for the entire weekend. I tell you, honestly, every time that I come back after taking her back to her mom's, it tears me apart inside. I feel like this house is so empty. Miss my baby.
Yeah, but like let's admit the truth here. There are times where she's a typical young girl and a child, and a child's job is to make your life difficult.
Oh my god, are you? I told her she wasn't allowed to do something. She had to wait until after supper, and she goes stomping off to my room, and she looks at me, gives me like this huffy look, and slams the door.
So you're saying you're raising her to be like you?
Oh my god, she is so funny. You know you have a special bond with your child when you ask her to pull your finger and she starts giggling because she knows what's coming.
That's cute. That's really cute. Well, happy birthday to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I will pass that along.
Yes. Good. I have 2 more stories. Do you have any?
Not at the moment, but by the time we're done the 2 stories, I can have a couple.
Well, I'll hit you up with something here. Since you have your Google open,
Sure.
Go into the Google bar and search Black Panther.
Oh, here we go.
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, no, wait,
yes,
what?
Yes, you want to do this.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
You will.
Oh my. Perfect.
So I'll let you take the reins on this one.
Okay. All right. So, should I go with the headline or just kind of read right into the story and let the punchline drop?
I'd say let the punchline drop.
All right. So, moviegoers in an Atlanta theater accidentally got a sneak peek of the latest. Well, fuck! It's just going right into the goddamn punchline.
Come on.
All right, so they accidentally got a sneak peek of the latest installment of the 50 Shades of Grey series when they were supposed to be viewing the Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got 10 minutes into the movie, and the movie starts out with this very heartwarming, I guess, wedding scene, and like just to get down to the bare bones facts. These people in Atlanta went to go see Black Panther, which has a 99% black cast. And the first thing these people see is these 2 white people getting married. There's video footage.
Burn it to the ground.
There's footage out there of this entire theater, this entire crowd just like yelling, screaming, and just like, no, this is wrong movie, no. What was even funnier is the fact that that somewhere in that article, I think it's towards the bottom, it gives you the actual stats of like the Black Panther movie made like $192 million over a 3-day period, whereas 50 Shades Freed made $16.2 million. And I was thinking to myself, it's like, yeah, but are you counting the people who actually wanted to go see 50 Shades or the people who were tricked into going and seeing 50 Shades?
You just got fucked. Welcome to 50 Shades Free.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because if I was in a movie theater and a different movie started showing up, I don't care if the next movie is actually the correct one within 10 minutes. I want my money back.
To be honest, I guess maybe spoiler alert. Have you seen the movie?
Black Panther?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Did I?
Maybe I won't spoil it for you then.
You can give me your critique without spoiling the movie, could you not?
Not exactly, because my critique is essentially of the main plot line and the use of the characters therein. Now, granted, I haven't actually seen it. This is all based off of other people talking about it. However, this is coming from someone who was raving about it. Right?
Okay.
Right, but then they're like, but my big disagreement is this one point. I'm like, that's a pretty big fucking point. Holy shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
And what it is it's the the battle between Black Panther and the main adversary.
Killmonger.
Yeah, and what Killmonger's goal is I can't say, but
Well,
let's just say Killmonger's goal is actually a good goal, and like I don't really see why Black Panther's trying to stop him. It's
okay.
kind of like Black Panther stopping Superman from saving people.
Well, okay, fine. So maybe we'll give this a little bit of, and like a little bit of time, and give me a chance to go actually see the movie, and also everyone else to go see the movie, and then we can get into it.
Yeah. Now, I mean, that's not to take away from the fact that it's, you know, it's awesome that it's all, what is it, 99% black cast?
97% on
97.
Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Right. But cast members, 90,
Well, 99%. Yeah.
Because there's a joke running around about that, about the two white guys that are in it. One comes from Lord of the Rings and the other one comes from The Hobbit.
Okay.
And the joke is they're the Tolkien white guys.
It's clever.
Dun, 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 dun. But it kind of bugs me reading the headlines though. It's like Black Panther is the first superhero, da, 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 da. And granted, if you go based on the comics, 1966 is when the Black Panther did come out, and the Black Panther is the first black superhero.
Okay.
Right, followed up by I think Blade came next, and then Spawn really isn't much of a superhero, kind of like an anti-superhero.
Okay, let me just do a quick check. Yeah, I would call Spawn a superhero. Why not? I mean,
well, I'd say like he's not a supervillain, but he's not a superhero, right? He's not really interested in saving people. It's just that he ends up feeling like he's going to save this person. He ends up being obligated to save some people.
So Spawn is not necessarily out to save people, but he is out to stop a great evil. So that kind of makes him an anti-hero.
Yeah. So he's not a villain, but he's not the Superman kind of superhero.
Yes.
Where Superman would dive in front of a plane to save it, and then try and go off and stop. Fuck, I'm blanking on all of it. Lex Luthor.
Fuck. Yeah. The only thing I found so far is of 7 black superheroes that came before Black Panther. How many can you name? And I'm not even these are calling superheroes like that are not all of them are within the realm of DC or Marvel.
And Marvel, yeah. Okay. Well, Black Panther is the first Marvel superhero, yeah. But well, I mean, if you're really considering like now, is it comic superheroes or real life superheroes? Because there's some crazy ass fucking people that have lived in history, man. Like the Mata Hari.
No. We're talking film or television superheroes.
Okay.
So 7 black superheroes who came before Black Panther.
Okay, hit me.
You already named Blade.
He didn't come before.
No, I'm talking the film.
Oh, okay, yes, sorry, film. Yeah, okay, so yeah, the 3 Blades, Spawn. I would call Django's a superhero to me. I mean, that motherfucker. Batman doesn't got no superpowers.
No, but he wears a super suit.
You ever see Django in that crushed blue velvet? That motherfucker's got a super suit right there. You're never gonna poof, gone.
Okay. How about 1993, The Meteor Man?
Why does that ring a bell?
I can show you.
Who's in it?
I can show you. Hold on. Give me a quick sec.
The
The Meteor Man, 1993. Robert Townsend, who delivered the fiery 1987 double shot of Hollywood Shuffle and Eddie Murphy's Raw, seems to be absent in this Wayne superhero comedy, perhaps writing and directing, producing, and starring in The Meteor Man. Townsend overextended himself, or maybe the film, part slapstick comedy, part socio-economic satire, part comic book homage. Yeah. Okay, so there's that, and then we have
Blank Man. Yeah, I love that movie. Marlon Wayans, man.
Steel.
Oh.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about Shaft?
Shaft was not a superhero. Then we have Spawn.
What you talking about?
Shaft wasn't a superhero.
Shut your mouth.
Shut up. Then we have the Blade trilogy, 98, 2004, or 2002 and 2004. Mm-hmm. Catwoman, which I guess is an anti-hero, but she did have superhuman qualities.
Wait.
What?
Halle Berry, when Halle Berry played her. Okay, yeah. I got you.
Do you not see the screen?
Yeah, but... Sorry, I was going off my original thought of Catwoman.
Fair enough. And finally, Hancock.
Hancock. I'm going to stick your head up his ass.
Exactly.
That fucking scene. My God.
But I'm having a hard time trying to find black superhero creation dates, I guess. Would that be accurate? List of superhero debuts, list of black superheroes. Oh, there's a bunch of them. But they're not in any chronological order.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are dates to it. Okay, let me try to find Black Panther. Black Panther's not on this list. So stupid. No.
That is
wait a minute. Sorry, that was DC. I'll look for Marvel. Hold on. I'll find this. Marvel. Okay, Black Panther. Black Panther, created 1966.
Yep.
Okay. Blade was 1973.
Mm-hmm.
Who else are we looking at here?
I'm pretty sure Black Panther is the actual first black superhero.
Possibly. Because I can't think of any before him. Let me try DC. Because I'm not seeing anything coming up in Marvel. We have... Yeah, I think you're right. I think he was the first black superhero created.
Mm-hmm.
Because all these dates are like in the 70s or in the 80s. Nothing came before him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, I got to applaud Stan Lee for that.
That's true. Very true.
He saw the issue that was there and sought to find a way around it. But you know what bugs me? Now, it's kind of a twist. I watched a video the other day of these two little black kids going, pointing at the Black Panther poster being, I'm that one. No, I'm that one. No, I'm that one.
Okay.
Right? It's really cute. Really cute. Right? And the caption was, this is why. This is why. And I was like, absolutely. That makes sense. But knowing what I know about the Black Panther, the plotline in the movie, I feel like Luke Cage is actually the better superhero. I fucking love Luke Cage, man. I can't wait for more to come out.
Okay, what you got to explain yourself now. You got to explain yourself now. Why is Luke Cage a better role model than Black Panther?
Because Luke Cage essentially is from the streets. He doesn't hide his face. Everyone knows him. They see him, and he was raised by this guy named Pops, right? All the street kids more or less kind of came into this barbershop of Pops, and he tried to keep kids on the straight and narrow, right? And then at some point, like, spoiler alerts on all this, Pops ends up dying, and so Luke Cage decides, you know, he's been instilled by all these morals and values, and he keeps carrying that out. He wants to try and help the kids stay out of trouble. So now he ends up hearing about some drugs or some gangs and stuff that are going on and whatnot, and he ends up taking them out. Fuck, is that amazing? But if you watch Marvel Defenders,
yeah,
he's kind of like the Superman, Captain America type character.
he actually, at one point in time, he actually did have a superhero name.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah, because they keep dropping it occasionally in the series. Oh fuck, what? Not the Unbreakable Man. Shit, do you know it? I can't
Power
remember
Man.
it. Thank you.
Power Man, yeah. Which is kind of like, nah, just stick with Luke Cage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he doesn't hide behind anything. He's a man, and he stands up for what's right.
There you go. That's the way it should be.
Right? He does what Black Panther should be doing in the Black Panther movie. He should find out what fuck, I can never think of how to pronounce
Killmonger.
Killmonger. Thank you. Black Panther should be helping Killmonger.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Well, maybe not 100%.
Maybe not 100%.
I'm sure there's something that I haven't, because I haven't seen it. I'm sure there's something that I'm missing. However, if the premise based off the person who enjoyed it that they wrote, and their one disagreement being the same thing, then it stands to reason that this is something that actually happened in there, because they wrote glowing reviews about the entire thing.
Oh.
I like to read both sides, get as many of both opinions as I can to really try and find what the actual truth is. So, and I also accept that I still won't ever truly know everything until either I went through it or I actually have all the sides, all the information, the actual event itself. Right? Like, it's not possible to actually know anything, really.
Gotcha. Okay.
At least I don't think.
I'm gonna go see the movie, and much like another movie. There was another movie that was like, people just panned it because they didn't like it, or they were just critical of it. But whatever the case may be.
Wonder Woman, Ghostbusters.
No.
Fuck Ghostbusters. Wonder Woman.
Batman versus Superman and Justice League.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck.
I enjoyed Batman versus Superman and Justice League. I enjoyed it because I was able to just check out. I was able to just sit there and watch what was going on the screen and be entertained. You know?
Yeah. I like the Superman that they have for that series.
Yes.
I really like that Superman. Jason Momoa, awesome.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot.
Yes.
I think that's it. Yeah. Great. I like her.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Affleck.
No,
I kind of feel like he didn't. I mean, he don't get me wrong. He does a good job. He's an okay actor, but I don't really feel like he was the best choice for Batman. He's got too much of the baby face. Batman is gritty.
Yeah, maybe. Menard40 off of Twitter says that she agrees with you that Luke Cage is a better superhero to look up to.
Cool, thank you.
Or that was off of Twitch, not Twitter.
he's a great role model just for anyone in general. But I mean, if you're gonna choose between Black Panther because he's black, go with Luke Cage because he's a better human being.
Well, okay, like before we get too deep into semantics here, I mean, we are talking about two different worlds here.
Yes.
Black Panther came from Wakanda as opposed to Luke Cage is strongly American, so
Pretty sure Brooklyn.
even worse.
He's got the purest heart of gold you'll ever find.
No, I'm not arguing that at all. I'm not arguing that at all.
Surrounded by the hottest steel you've ever seen.
Hey, I would not kick Jessica Jones out of bed, even if she was promising to kill me afterward.
Yeah, she might kill you during.
Whatever.
Not intentionally. She just might hump thrust you right through the floor.
Whatever. The last thing I'll see is just that leather jacket coming at me. I don't care.
And you know what? I'm going to make sure that they put on your tombstone, Death by Snoo Snoo.
That a boy.
What's that mean? Crushed pelvises.
and then the mix of the horrified and joyous look, like.
And Kif as the most beautiful.
Yeah. We'll be snooed by the large women, then the small women, then the attractive women, then the large women again.
Oh man, that show, that was just, I loved it.
Futurama, yeah.
Yeah, Futurama, the movies, the show, everything. The fact that it got canceled and brought back, I think, what, 4 times?
Was it? I can't remember how many it was. Like, the only show that's had a longer lifespan and just more lives is Family Guy.
Yeah.
Because Family Guy was canceled three times?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I love when they come back and they start rhyming off all the shows that Fox had that failed.
Yeah. Well, if all those shows get canceled, then we might have a chance. Yeah. Greg the Bunny being one of them, which starred Seth Green.
I started watching X-Files again, and I saw 16-year-old Seth Green with hair down to his shoulders. Fuck, that was funny. Playing a stoner.
Yeah. That's Vancouver X-Files as well. That's not LA X-Files.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the real X-Files.
The real X-Files. Yeah, that way. I got. What?
Okay. Sorry, just one quick story.
No, go for it, because I got one more to wrap up.
So, a couple of years ago, I was hanging out with a friend, and we were out for a walk. And coming back through, we decided we are going to take a shortcut through the cemetery. And we get through there, or in the middle of it, and we find these white pillars. And I'm like, well, you know what? Fuck it. It's dark. No one around. Let's roll up a doobie and smoke it before we get back.
Sure.
She's like, cool. All right. So I crouched down beside it, and I'm trying to get the weed in there, and I'm trying to fiddle around with it, and all of a sudden I hear some noise to my right, and I look over. 4 kids are just walking in through the gate, and they're about 100 feet away.
Okay.
Right? And I'm in a black hoodie and jeans, crouched down. My friend is in a black hoodie and jeans, and she's just kind of standing beside me, but has no idea what's going on. She's oblivious.
Okay.
So I wait until they get to about 40 feet away. All right, and softly. And they don't hear it until they get to about 20 feet away, right? And I'm like, okay, I got to step it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys hear that? What was that? What was that? My friend, again, completely oblivious to all this, thinks it's taking me a long time because I can't see what's going on.
Yeah.
So she leans in, puts her face beside mine, brings out her lighter, and goes. The screams from those kids.
Jesus.
I just fell over howling. I'm sorry, don't run away. It's just fucking with you. But oh my god, I think I probably would have pissed myself if I'm trying to walk through the cemetery and all of a sudden you hear. and two faces just light up in the night, and that's it.
Yeah, I pretty much would have just hid under the blankets for like the next month.
Right?
Yep. Oh yeah.
I'm never going out, never walking through another fucking cemetery in my life.
Jesus.
Yeah, I bet you those kids will probably never forget that.
They'll be telling that story for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of felt like Billy Bob Thornton. Beat some kids up today. Feel like I'm doing something with my life.
What's that from? Fargo?
Bad Santa.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I fucking love it.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
Just beats the shit out of the kid. But you know what? I think those bully kids, they need someone to beat the piss out of them.
Yeah.
Just teach them that you can run your mouth as much as you want, but eventually you're going to cross someone who doesn't give a shit, and they're going to fuck you up.
Yeah, it's called backlash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways, you got one more story for me.
Yeah, okay. So the mass shooting down in the United States. Jesus, like how many has there been? And it's only been like, there's been like 19 or something like that, mass shootings in the United States. And we're only, February 19th? My math could be wrong. But too many. Far too many. And so now they're trying to, once again, try to find answers to this problem of how do we stop these mass shootings? How do we stop these school shootings? And these three politicians have taken upon themselves to blame movies and video games. And one of them even started to try to blame rap music.
They're going for the full trifecta again.
I know.
It's like every decade. It's either war on drugs or war on rock and roll, war on rap music, war on techno.
Oh, I know. So
devil says, do some drugs.
These people are, these politicians, it's three main politicians, are completely ignoring the fact that, you know, whatever gun control, whatever, they're ignoring that. They're saying that the biggest issue and the biggest reason is because video games and movies, but more specifically video games, sensationalize gunplay and sensationalize the act of murdering someone for points and a high score, and sensationalize
in a group
mercy killing and stuff like that. And okay, so my first thought of is in a video game, I haven't seen a high score in anything in years. They've completely removed that little score clock counter. Yeah,
that's a good point.
Like, okay, so Battlefield 4, okay, just as an example. Yes, there is a score, but that score is based on how quickly you got through the mission and the objectives in that mission and whether or not they were achieved, and as well as, like, you know, whether it was a stealth mission and how many times were you spotted, or whether you actually had to go into a gunfight and how often you were injured. It wasn't based on how many people. 30 mass shootings, including the one in Florida, according to Menard 40. 30 mass shootings, and it hasn't even been March. Thank you, Menard.
Wow.
So anyway, so yeah, like, I haven't seen a score on a video game that I play on a regular basis in years. Okay. Take that out of the equation. Rap music, take that out of the equation. So we have movies and video games. When has a movie or a video game ever been directly linked, directly responsible for anything like a shooting? And what I mean by directly responsible is that movie or video game provided someone with the plan, the motive, the intention, the fucking weapon, and the ammunition for someone to go and do something like that. When has a movie or a video game ever done that? Yeah. That's my argument. Because it doesn't make sense to blame that. It doesn't make sense to blame video games for something like that. I knew... Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm actually a little worried about the gun control. Because let's say it goes full Bunraku, which is a great movie, by the way,
Okay.
where all guns are gone, right? It's replaced by knives and hatchets. I'm going to go even a step further and say, now if someone wants to take out a large group of people, they're going to be considering the fact that it would actually be a hell of a lot easier to take out large groups of people by putting timed bombs in the classrooms.
Yeah.
You could take down the entire fucking building with 10 pressure cookers.
Could. But,
God forbid someone actually does that, and please don't ever fucking do that.
Could, but something like that is also highly suspicious. And if someone started suddenly buying like all the ingredients, I mean, there are enough people out there who would watch something like that. And also, like, to hide 10 pressure cookers in a school and have none of them get found, that'd be like a big roll of the dice.
Possibly.
Studies in Germany and UK have proven no correlation between violent video games and shooting. This is true. And actually, statistics, take them and leave them as you want, because as they say, 40% of all statistics are made up. So statistics show that since video games have gotten better, crimes, personal crimes, violent crimes have gone down. Better video games, less crime. Now, I have multiple video games. I have a shit ton. They're right there. Let me grab one, just off random. Let's grab...
Your Steam library blows me away. Holy
Here,
shit.
what's this? Okay, it's Championship Pool. Bad idea. Bad example. Oh, here we go. Two great examples right here. Ready?
I think I saw a Halo case.
Saints Row 4.
Saints Row, yeah.
Saints Row 3. And
it's time to kick ass. Chew bubblegum.
So,
and I'm all out of gum.
I've played these games from start to finish, and I've been playing video games since I was a young child. Not once I ever played any one of these video games and I thought to myself I wanted to buy a gun, or go on a killing spree, or anything of the sort. Gun laws want... The gun laws people want is harder legislation on gun ownership and getting rid of semi-automatic weapons, not taking all guns away. This is true.
My argument to all that is, if someone really wants a gun,
they'll get one.
It doesn't matter how many it doesn't matter how many regulations you put in place. They're going to be able to find one. I mean, there's guns in Australia. There are guns in the UK. Those gun crime does happen in the places where those guns are banned, but they don't like to talk about it.
Yeah, and there's gun crime here in Canada, but I'm a firm believer in the fact that if there isn't a surplus of guns, and if there isn't easy ways for guns to be purchased, then it's less likely for stuff like this to happen. I mean, we have guns here. Yeah. I have a buddy here who has like multiple rifles, a couple of semi-automatics, and even a few handguns.
I've got a handgun.
Yeah, but it's like, but
actually, on that note, okay, here's what I had to go through for getting the restricted handgun license, right? Which, by the way, was for police foundations.
Okay.
I kind of needed it for work, so.
Yeah.
Anyways, I get a call 3 months after having applied, saying, "Hello, Mr. Lidke. We just wanted to have a little talk with you. Have you broken up with anyone recently?" It's like, yeah, actually, I broke up with my girlfriend about a month ago.
That's a very personal question.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be coming and asking a whole bunch of questions, and there's going to be personal because they need to check.
Yeah.
Right. But and they also had a very good reason for doing this. Anyways, so they're like, okay, all right, and can you explain the situation? I'm like, yeah, we broke up. Wasn't really the greatest breakup, but it wasn't the worst either.
Yeah.
I mean, she's on the other end of the province. I'm on this end now, and we're never going to see each other again. preferably.
Yeah. If I have anything to say about it, I'll never see her again.
Yeah. So, anyways, they're like, so why do you want the gun? Like, well, because I just graduated from police foundations and I passed the prep test, beep test, the WCAT, all that other stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's for work. Okay, that makes sense then. So then I got it. Right now, when I got the card in the mail, I looked like a fucking stereotypical do not give this person a gun. Just from the picture alone, I got the picture and went,
yeah, that's why I got the phone call.
If I was working in the office, I would have gotten this picture on my desk and been, do 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 do. Oh shit, it's me. Yeah, fucking okay, yeah. Check myself. That's how fucking scary that shit is.
Yep.
But anyways, and then you had to go through it again, kind of when you actually purchase a handgun, because also I had been paying for this thing for 10 years, never getting a handgun. Finally decided, you know what, I want to get into competition shooting.
Yeah.
Decided, well, I've been paying for the fucking thing for 10 years. Let's go buy a handgun.
Yeah.
But there's no, like, I mean, it's locked up so fucking tight, and like, if there's ever an emergency, I'd be dead for 10 minutes before I ever got that fucking case open.
Yeah. But also, it's also the fact that, like, you play video games, I play video games, I see you posting video games.
Oh my god, I've been playing Halo almost daily for almost 2 decades.
And you are a card-carrying gun owner. You own a gun, but because you play video games does not give you the urge to take that gun outside and go shoot random people.
No, that's, and I mean, when my daughter starts growing up, she's going to learn about gun safety. And I think also because I go out hunting, I have respect for the weapon. I have huge respect for the weapon. Always follow the rules.
Yeah. Right.
The 4 rules. I mean, I can't remember what the other, I can only remember them off, to rhyme them off, a couple of them.
Okay.
But I know them instinctually. Like, never point a gun at anyone unless you intend to actually kill them.
Yes. Exactly.
Right. Don't pretend. Don't assume. The number 1 rule: never assume that gun has been unloaded.
No, always assume that a gun is loaded.
100%, unless you yourself have unloaded it. And I say, fuck it. Even if you've checked it, it's unloaded. Even when I'm cleaning the goddamn thing, I just have this instinctual like fear. Like, I have the barrel open. It's all sides locked, everything. There's no magazine in there. There's no ammo anywhere near this fucking thing.
Yeah. And
I'm still apprehensive looking down the barrel.
Yeah.
Just because, like, you treat every gun as if it were loaded.
Exactly, and that's exactly the way to do it. But it's also like the mindset. It's also the case of what's the motivation, and is someone that impressionable? And if someone is legitimately that impressionable, then they should probably have a little bit extra cushions around them and a little bit stronger monitoring. I mean, people will say that, violent video games shouldn't be played by kids. I agree. So then bust down on the parents who are letting their dumbass little children play violent video games that are not meant for them. Menard brought up a couple of good points. I stand corrected. She says that we have gun crimes, not mass shootings. People know that. There will always be gun crimes. That is true, yeah. And she says, I play violent video games and never had the urge to shoot someone. I play 2 games on my phone on not only a daily basis, but an hourly basis. One of them is Trailer Park Boys, Greasy Money, and the other one is Pot Farm. I have no urge to siphon gas or sell my pee or start up a shitty vodka trailer, or in the case of Pot Farm, I have no urge to grow, bake, or smoke pot. Like, violent video games do not give me the urge to do anything other than play video games with my friends.
Suddenly, I actually want them to keep the blame on that, because then if I ever get, I'm sorry, officer, I had pot farm on my phone. It made me. It kept saying bake.
Yeah,
bake.
exactly. Make brownies. Make brownies. Anyway, these politicians who are trying to blame video games for the mass shootings are completely, utterly uninformed, misinformed, as well. They are denying the fact that even if someone is influenced by some strange and obscure reason, Menard played GTA and has never gotten the urge to steal a car and kill people. Amen.
Right. Wait, actually, you know what? I do have. Once upon a time, I had a friend say to me, I ate a bunch of mushrooms last night, and when I was driving around, I felt like I was in GTA, and I was severely resisting the urge to just smash into people, hop out, and take the next vehicle, open the door, just punch the person in the face, kick him in, drag him out. I was just like, God damn.
Yeah,
you probably should not be taking mushrooms and driving, for one.
That person was higher than all hell, and that's the problem. But
yeah, that was a fucking. They were hallucinating. So, like, I mean,
clearly, that's CJ. But the point I'm trying to make is that violent video games has never directly caused anyone to do anything like this, because for there to be a direct correlation, which Menard brought up a great point, the fact that there is no statistical facts out there that say that video games prompted a mass shooting. But even still, no matter how influential a video game is, that person still has to have the motivation to do it, and the firearm and the ammo to pull it off. And no video game has ever been able to provide that.
And that's why I think the explosives are why it'll be a hell of a lot easier, right? Because, I mean, if you're really going to put in the time and effort, you cross state lines to do it.
Yeah.
And you go to that fucking, what is it, there's that 5-point states there, where 5 of the states meet up, and you can fucking do that theoretical, shoot
I saw that Simpsons episode, yes. Anyway.
But yeah, so I mean, if you're doing it that way, then you could potentially get everything that you need, get it ordered, get it shipped to different places and whatnot, and just pick it up and assemble it and do it that way.
Yeah.
People are resourceful, and I think that if someone really wants to do it, they're going to do it. There's just no way around it. It's like hacking a computer. Actually, on that note, since there's hackers, right, and there's people who are screaming because guns were used to kill people in mass shootings that all guns should be banned. That's like saying, or my argument to that is, well, there's kids being sold into sexual slavery on the dark web. Do we fucking shut down the internet?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm honestly twisted on that one, because it's like, well, if it's stopped at all, I might just say, okay, fuck the internet. But realistically, shut down the internet, not going to stop it.
Yeah. No.
And I think the same thing with the guns. You get rid of all guns, you're not going to stop it because you haven't addressed the actual issue.
I agree. You're doing nothing more but treating the symptoms and not the actual cure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
right. We need to go like, and I might be wrong on this, but from what I understand, it is Indian medicine, where you essentially go see your doctor every day, and then if you're sick, you stop paying him. Right. So he wants you to be healthy, because if you're not healthy, you're not paying him.
Yeah.
It should be that kind of way pretty much for everything, right? If I'm not living the best quality of life possible, then I'm going to stop paying you. Oh shit, okay, well, let's get you back on track.
Exactly.
Because I mean, right now it's all about, it's It's a scam.
Hmm.
Let's give you one pill that's going to require 3 other pills, but guess what? All of them are made by us, and we also quash the patent to allow generic brands to be made. So you have to pay the $1,400 bills. Thank you, Martin. Fuck you, Shkreli.
The problem in the States also is the lobbying by politicians. This is absolutely true.
Yeah, 100%. Fucking the government itself needs an absolute overhaul.
Well,
Corporate law needs an overhaul. Like, I mean, there's a lot of shit that needs an overhaul.
Trump was voted in to quote unquote drain the swamp, but he's done nothing more than replace other issues with the issues that were there. But anyway, I gotta wrap this up.
Okay.
And we've been going for an hour hard, so can't complain about that. Anyway,
any thoughts on a name?
at this point in time, we're just double casting. It's the Flipside and WTF ATTA, but for this episode, oh boy. Yeah. Let's see. We talked about Hedley. We talked about the mass shootings. We talked about Black Panther. Talked about 50 Shades.
Hedley's 50 Shades of
gun control.
Gun control.
You might go a little finer than that. You can go with Hedley's 50 Shades, 50 Shades of Pistol Control.
Control.
No.
Derringer. I feel like pistol might be too much to say because it's already a pretty long name, right? Hedley's pistol control and the
I'm thinking something along the lines of like firing blanks at Hedley or something. What is Hedley firing blanks? No?
Actually, I like the firing blanks at Hedley.
There we go.
I do like that one. Yeah, actually, you know what? There, firing blanks at Hedley. There we go.
Firing blanks at Hedley. We'll go with that episode name. Perfect.
I like it.
All right, do your outro.
All right, I am Elijah, the drunken samurai, the devil's advocate himself in blue suede shoes. You can find me on the website wtfatta.blogspot.com. You can email me wtfattapodcast@gmail.com. You think I've never done this before?
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at WTFATTA, Instagram at WTFATTA, Facebook, the WTFATTA podcast. And you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry. Go on YouTube. It's still not enough subscribers yet for a nice vanity URL because YouTube's new rules and all that fancy jazz.
We're working
on it. So just go and search for WTFATTA. You'll probably find me and my doppelganger.
No, you'll just find you.
Yeah. All right.
You good?
I am.
Okay, good. I'm JD, the Media Jack. This has been The Flipside, a double cast. We're working alongside, of course, Eli with WTFATTA. You can follow me all over social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. And as always, speak from the skull, and I'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Oh, it's not playing audio. Let me try that again. This is what I get for trying to go live. Here we go. And audio, and it's not playing.
Now Vogue.
Oh, boy.
It's like a game of Pong.